Congressman Jim Costa and David Valadao recently relaunched the Congressional Portuguese Caucus. Congressman Costa joining us live in the studio. We both have Portuguese roots, so this is going to be such a fun interview. Can you speak about the importance, especially with 1.5 million Portuguese Americans and 350,000 in California?
Well, absolutely. You know, we flourish in our ethnic diversity in America. This weekend we'll be celebrating Cinco de Mayo Day, and that's always a lot of fun. The Portuguese Americans, over 200 years, have made many contributions, like so many other ethnic groups, to our country. And it's important that we obviously remember and understand our culture and our ethnic and our other heritage, as we do with all of the incredible communities here in our valley. I was just at a Punjabi event yesterday, and it's one of the things I like about being a Valley kid, you know. There's so many different people from all over the world. The Portuguese American Caucus really is an attempt to maintain relationships between the United States and Portugal. What a lot of people don't know is that 75% of the Portuguese in California, as well as in Rhode Island and elsewhere, are from the Azores, where your family's from and my family's from. Times were very difficult 100 years ago or so, and like a lot of people from around the world, you come to America to have better opportunities. And so David Valadao and myself, our families, like so many others, are the story of the immigrant. Immigrants past and immigrants present. And I think that's one of the wonderful reasons that America succeeded. I think it's our secret sauce, so to speak. The Portuguese American Caucus, last Congress, focused on legislation that improved the visa so that Portuguese could come to America and continue to do business. It's important in terms of economic strength that we have trade with our European allies as well as those in Asia and South America. And Portugal is a leading country. 75% of their energy is renewable. The Azores have continued to flourish and give some of their most important resources, which is their people, and the people that have come here and succeeded. We have a Portuguese studies class in Fresno State that is sponsored in terms of with the university of the Azores, and also with efforts with people that really are focused on further embellishing and strengthening these ties.
Congressman, it's so important, especially for the economy, obviously agriculture and dairy, especially too in the valley. And a lot of the Portuguese that came over really got invested into the dairy industry and helping out with agriculture across the valley. You know from your background how much farming is important. So can you speak about being able to craft legislation and help out these Portuguese Americans?
Well, the dairy industry in California, we produce 20% of all the milk products across the country. People don't realize that. I mean, we flourish in so many fruits and vegetables and other products, but dairy, Tulare County produces more milk products that I represent than the state of Wisconsin, and it's dominated by two ethnic groups. The Dutch produce about 40% of the milk in California, and the Portuguese 50% of the milk. They're leaders. They're very efficient family-owned operations. 98% of the dairies here in California are family-owned. And the technology and the intensity of the investments and the economic benefits. And of course, we see these Portuguese families not only flourish in the dairy industry, but in universities like Fresno State, Cal Poly, and elsewhere, where state-of-the-art, high-tech abilities to ensure that healthy milk products are there on America's family table every evening.
Yes, and it's so important, especially, you know, the president of Portugal just came to Gustin not too long ago, being able to foster those relationships, helping the nation as a whole.
Absolutely, and you know, the president of Portugal, when he came to Castine, you know, you usually do a toast, and he communicated to his staff that when he wanted to do the toast, he wanted everybody to have a glass of milk, which is a smart politician. But you know, we have in all of our communities, Portuguese halls, we have festas that are an important part of maintaining the culture and the heritage, the celebration of the Holy Ghost, and of course the religious ties are very important to the Portuguese communities, and of course we love the food. We all have the food tastes here, you know, whether we're talking about Cinco de Mayo Day or the sopas on Sunday celebrations, the festas are something that you know, we all enjoy.
Yes, and the heritage too. Thank you so much, Congressman, for coming on the show. We do appreciate it, and excited to see what happens with this caucus and everything that's going on there.
Well, it's a good partner in Congressman Valadeo, and of course there's other Congresswoman Lori Trahan back from Massachusetts, and we're a good diverse group, and so we want to continue to work together.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks so much.